Is your school or business prepared for a cardiac emergency? Would you know what to do if someone collapsed? When sudden cardiac arrest happens, every moment counts, and Project Adam is a program that helps schools, communities become heart safe so they know what to do during those first critical minutes. Joining us today is Gwen Foss, Clinical Outreach Specialist and Project Adam Michigan Coordinator. Thank you so much for being here with us, Gwen.
Well, thank you for having us.
Important topic, okay?
Yes.
So listen closely. So Gwen, when does cardiac arrest happen and how often does it happen?
Well, it happens, it's actually a leading cause of death for the United States. 350,000 people have out-of-hospital cardiac arrests per year in the United States, and about 23,000 of those are children and youth. So it's not a rare occurrence. We know that about 1 out of 70 schools will have a cardiac arrest in their area. So it's an important topic for us to know. And sudden cardiac arrest, normally our heart is a muscle that's pumping and circulating blood, getting it to all the organs, and we especially are concerned about the brain. But if there's an electrical abnormality, pumping abnormality, that makes it so that the heart cannot pump, the patient or the person can suddenly collapse, and that's a sudden cardiac arrest. It's a little different than a heart attack. It's not chest pain and all of that, but it is a sudden cessation of circulation leading to a collapse, and without response in minutes, death will occur.
Talk about Michigan Heart Safe Schools. What does that exactly mean?
Yes. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services started the My Heart Safe Schools award program for schools. We awarded the first schools in 2014. So 10 years later, this year, we awarded 312 schools in November, and a record-breaking number of schools were awarded for the first time. So over 900 schools have participated over the years, but there are many more schools to go. And schools must meet the criteria to be awarded. So that means they have to have a written cardiac emergency response plan. They have to have a team. They need to have enough people certified in CPR and have adequate number of defibrillators to hopefully be able to restart the heart, and also do drills. So there are a set of criteria that people must, that schools have to achieve. All their staff has to know how to recognize a sudden cardiac arrest and then start the response to get the team there to help the victim.
Gwen, share some of those stories, how effective this program has been. What have you seen?
Yes, just this year, there have been 9 instances of sudden cardiac emergencies at schools, all resulting in good outcomes because schools had the proper ability to respond. The youngest of those was 8 years old and the oldest was 81. So, you know, we don't always know who's at risk. We know that Damar Hamlin did not know on January 2nd of 2023 that playing football was going to result in a sudden cardiac arrest for him. So we just need to be prepared. And being prepared means we need to know how to do CPR and have AEDs. And that is really why University of Michigan Health and Mott Children's Hospital wanted us to be a part of Project Adam. And our goal is then to encourage Michigan schools to be My Heart Safe Schools.
Talk more about Damar Hamlin. He's really got some momentum going for us.
Yes, he's been really achieving a lot of attention in a very good way. So with Michigan, we've had legislation that he helped bring about. So in April, there was legislation that had been introduced by Representatives Fitzgerald and Carter and then passed through committees in the House and the Senate and was signed in April at the NFL draft. And thanks to the support of the NFL, the American Heart Association, Project Adam, and especially Damar Hamlin, we have that legislation now signed in Michigan that will really encourage schools to become My Heart Safe Schools.
And Gwen, you want to show us something here too? You have an AED and a mannequin.
Yes.
Perform CPR. Would you like to show us?
Yes. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you're recognizing the sudden cardiac arrest. So you're going to check, are you okay? Are you okay? If they're not breathing normally, even if they have a couple weird breaths, or if they're not moving, or if they have some weird seizure-like movements, but they're not responsive, it's time to think call, push, shock. And that means you're gonna tell somebody, call 911, somebody go get a defibrillator, and you're gonna start CPR by putting your heel of your hand between the nipples on the chest, get rid of clothes, and put the other hand on top, and you want to push about 2 inches down at the rate of about 100 per minute. And you can do that to the tune of Staying Alive or Baby Shark. And you keep going as long as you possibly can until somebody is there to help you. And we will say right now that somebody brought this defibrillator here, and we're going to make the training system of the defibrillator work by putting this on top. Defibrillators are automatic, so they're meant to be used by people that maybe never have even used them before. So I'm going to turn it on, and it's going to talk to me.
Begin by removing all clothing from the patient's chest. Cut clothing if needed.
And then
Look carefully at the pictures on the white adhesive pads. Peel one pad from the yellow plastic liner. Place pad exactly as shown in the picture. Press firmly to patient's bare skin. No one should touch the patient.
So it's analyzing to see what the rhythm is, to see if it's a shockable rhythm.
No one should touch the patient. Analyzing. Shock advised. Stay clear of patient.
Want to clear
Press the
so that
flashing orange button now.
the shock just goes to a patient.
Shock delivered.
And then you're going to go right back to starting
Ensure
CPR.
Emergency medical services have been called.
And
It
then
is
he
safe to
reminds
touch
you of
the
everything you
patient.
need to do.
Begin CPR. For help with CPR, press the flashing blue button.
So it would then reanalyze in a few minutes, 2 minutes, and tell you if a shock was needed again. It will not shock unless it's a shockable rhythm. So you don't have to worry about shocking somebody. Go ahead and put those pads on. The CPR is critically important because it provides the circulation to the brain and the organs, and the AED hopefully will disrupt the bad rhythm and get things going the proper way.
Very easy, and he walks you right through it, those
Yes.
steps. All right, thank you so
Yes.
much for being with us.
Yes.
Very important. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Scott.